What's good, folks? It's Nightmare Frame here with a new Warframe video coming at you with everything Garuda Prime. Her Prime released on the 28th of March 2022. She came with the Nagantakan Prime, a crossbow, and the Corvus Prime, an arc gun. Garuda has 40 more energy, which is very useful, but the 100 extra armor is useless. Bonus health would have been better because that would essentially give us an extra cast on her 3 to convert for more energy. Her Prime Talons got a buff. Since her Talons aren't an exalted weapon, they function pretty much like a regular melee, and it got an increase in the base damage and crits, which makes it a damn good hack and slash melee. I went over her rework on my previous video, so if you want to know how her abilities work in depth, do go check it out. In this video, I have 4 builds for you, and 2 of them are different iterations of themselves. The main thing now is that her passive grants a damage multiplier based on the enemies killed. You gain 5% with each kill, capping at 100%. And yes, assists do count. So all you have to do is tag an enemy and it can be killed by allies, and you can still gain the buff. Her damage buff multiplies all of her outgoing damage from abilities and weapons, because the damage bonus is calculated independent from other damage sources, making it a nice comfort pick. I'll be using 3 Helminth abilities here. Gloom from Sevagoth being a deadly and very brain-dead synergistic ability on Garuda that makes her so clean and fluid to use outside of disruption and Eidolon hunts. This ability will give you lifesteal as long as it's on. And the thing slowing down the enemies is the aura. Nourish from Grendel. When subsumed, it loses other functions, but you get the best ones, such as the bonus toxin elemental damage multiplier and healing upon cast. This bonus toxin elemental damage can be an additional mod to your existing toxin mods, or a replacement for a toxin mod on your weapons, allowing you to form combos like gas, viral, or corrosive without having to physically equip a toxin mod. And the final Helminth is Fire Blast from Ember. Fire Blast is a very nice ability when paired up with a max immolation meter, as it can strip 100% of the enemy armor when blown away by the flames. But when subsumed, we only get 75% capped armor strip, the enemy knockback, and heat damage. And this also allows us to use its augment, which heals us for each enemy hit by Fire Blast. Alright, let's take a look at how these individual builds work and perform. Alright, here we are taking a look at the first build using Gloom. Now, what makes this build so flexible and functional is that it does a lot of things for you. So when you lose your health, be careful to not kill yourself, because this build will utilize a specific aura. So as soon as you lose your health, you gain some energy. Cast the Gloom. You don't have to have the aura touch the enemies. All you have to do is shoot and kill anything while Gloom is active, and it heals you. And this is also utilizing her BLOODFORGE Augment, so you can just go ham with anything and instantly reload your weapon. As you can see right there, instantly reload your weapons. In the aura, I have Combat Discipline. This is what can actually kill you if you're not careful. Basically, kill enemies and it deals damage to your health while also healing allies. The reason I use this aura because when I take damage, it procs Arcane Avenger. Arcane Avenger only triggers on damage taken. When we take that damage, we get 45% crit chance on all your weapons. And to stop us from dying, we have Gloom. We get lifesteal and CC enemies. PrimedSureFooted in the Exilus for that stagger and knockdown recovery. Now peep this, if you do not have this, put Prime Threshold and Cautious Shot. It can give you similar results. Look at that. It's not as efficient as PrimedSureFooted, but pretty damn good. Unfortunately, you'll be losing out on some ammo because you're not using Vigilante supplies in the Exilus, but don't worry about that. We have Blind Rage and Umbral Intensify. Do you need an Umbral Forma? No, but should you? Yeah, totally, because, you know, why not? Giving us 243% power strength. This power strength is going to increase the slow percentage on Gloom. And of course, the lifesteal. Range at 175% with Stretch and Augur Reach. Natural talent to cast things faster, because without it, Garuda just feels really slow. And finally, the BLOODFORGE Augment. All you have to do is tap 3 and you get 100% of your magazine, which is insane. All that fire rate and boom, instantly reloaded. Unleash everything on the enemies. Reloaded. I'll be using this Garuda build with AoE weapons that have notorious reload speed. So your Tenet Envoy, Kuva Zarr, amazing combo with that. The build, very simple. The Zarr, bonus Toxin. Tenet Envoy, also Toxin. Builds, very simple. You can mod this for Viral Hunter Munitions or Corrosive, replacing Vigilante Armaments and Stormbringer. There you go, you have Viral Hunter Munitions. And that's it. Primary Merciless for our base damage multiplier. The Tenet Envoy, also bonus Toxin. And since this weapon comes with innate cold, getting that bonus Toxin will give you free Viral on the radial attack. Very clean. And just modded for crit chance, crit damage, multi-shot, and a bunch of fire rate. And since I do not have brief respite on this build to regain shields back, all I have to do is use the Augur Reach and 2 other Augur mods on a secondary. Okay, here we are on the second build using Nourish. Nourish is going to heal us and give us bonus Toxin elemental damage multiplier. The build is very straightforward. Brief Respite in the aura for the energy to shield conversion. So whenever we use an ability, we get shields back based on your efficiency. So the more energy you use, the more shields you get. And here we do have negative efficiency. And this isn't an issue because we're using Garuda. This build is using her 4th ability augment, Blood Talons, which helps me cast my 4th ability instantly within an AoE radius. There is a downside to this augment. It needs a lot of range. In this case, I do have 235% range, which brings us up to 21 meters in an AoE radius. All that range just for 21 meters. Feels bad, but it's needed. And to counteract the negative power strength, I do have Blind Rage and Umbral Intensify. Natural Talent is a staple on a Garuda build. Rolling Guard for the status cleanse and iframes. And on this build, I do have Arcane Eruption. You pick up an energy orb and knock down enemies. It has no cooldown and it knocks down enemies within a 30-meter radius. Have an energy orb here, boom, knock them down easily. And because I'm using Nourish, I don't have to mod for a Toxin element on my weapons. Here I have the Astilla Prime modded with just cold. It is running a Hunter Munitions build. Yes, her 4 does give you guaranteed slash, but it's not as consistent. That's why I am using Hunter Munitions on top of that. See those cold procs? Casting my second ability, now I have consistent viral, and this is going to be in your rotation. Lose health to gain energy, press 2. Now the second iteration of the Nourish build is using her first ability as a nuke. The build is very, very similar. All I did was replace one mod. And that's Blind Rage for an off-rank Transient Fortitude. Why off-rank? Because we do need some duration in there. And this gives me 15 seconds on the first ability and 7 seconds on affected enemies. So you do have to be fast. This build is all about you being fast. For example, we're gonna engage. And shoot it out, and enemies die. Simple as that. Her first ability, nukes for you. Prime them with viral. Boom. Easy. This person didn't get hit. Sad. Yeah, I see. No need for Arcane Energize. Or anything like that. The damage is clean, not gonna lie. Yeah. Alright, now we're on to the final build, which is the Fire Blast build. And this is the melee-centric build, utilizing her talons, her Prime Talons, which are pretty damn disgusting with the recent buff. In the aura, I have Swift Momentum. This gives me heavy attack wind-up speed and combo duration, and you will see why. And here I'm using 3 Augur mods. Augur Reach, Augur Secrets, and Augur Message. Will increase my Augur set bonus to give me more shields on energy spent. I don't have to worry about too much on duration because this is going to be a very fast build. You're moving super fast in this one. Lunging, killing, it's disgusting. The 4 staples in the build. And the augment for Fire Blast to heal you. With 130% range, I get 32 meters on Fire Blast. Fire Blast is such a clean ability, giving you insane coverage. Way better than Seeking Talons and its augment. Yeah, that's one thing they should have buffed. The range. Onto the Garuda Talons. It looks weird, but this is a hybrid combo and heavy attack. I have my conditioner overload for the base damage multiplier, crit chance, crit damage, and heavy attack wind-up speed. Quickening here is my attack speed mod because it's going to give me more combo on hits. The faction damage multiplier, range, weeping wounds so we can bleed enemies a lot more efficiently, and reflex coil. This is my heavy attack efficiency mod. Heavy attack efficiency determines how much combo that you use up when you heavy attack. And the stance, malicious raptor. This allows me to pounce on enemies and shred them to bits, and synergizes well with Garuda's animations. And to maintain the combo, use 2 dexterity arcanes on the primary and secondary. As you can see right there, secondary dexterity gives you 7.5 seconds combo duration, and pair that up with another weapon that has dexterity that stacks up on your talons. And here we have a total of 26 seconds combo duration. The extra 6 seconds come from your aura. And the heavy attack wind-up speed makes your heavy attacks so clean. And this heavy attack setup is really good against boss units, for example, acolytes and demolists. And what makes it even deadlier is that her first ability will one-shot anything under 40% of their HP. Since guns aren't my main focus here, I'm using 2 utility weapons. The Epitaph to Prime, and also give me the 2 Augur bonuses. I have Reflex Coil for the holster speed along with Dexterity, and Twitch and Dexterity. So we can easily switch between weapons. Alright folks, that has been it from this video. If you did enjoy and learn something from it, please feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Warframe content, streams, and so much more. Do refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.